Welcome to Pexco Aerospace's Emergency Action Program. Before we start this presentation, I want you to consider a few questions, because no one ever expects an emergency situation to happen. Unfortunately, though, they are common occurrences, and you may only have minutes to decide in the event of emergency what you're going to do. So in the event of a fire alarm going off right now at work, what would happen? Do you know where to exit? Do you know what to do? Or if there was a chemical spill, do you know what your role would be in a major chemical spill? What if an earthquake or hurricane struck our community? Being in Yakima, it would be kind of strange if a hurricane hit, but the concept is to consider natural disasters that could occur and to be prepared for emergency situations here at Pexco Aerospace. Some types of natural disasters are tornadoes, earthquakes, floods, blizzards, wildfires, hurricanes. Think about Yakima. There's only one of these that doesn't apply. The rest have been spotted here in this area. Do you know what to do in the event of a natural disaster? What about a man-made threat? These are your fire, crime, sabotage, or terrorism, even vandalization. There's also utility outages, such as electric, water, or natural gas. What would happen if the power shut off here at Pexco Aerospace? Do you know how to determine how to exit the building? Or if there was a water leakage, would you run across the floor to exit the building? Or if there was natural gas exposure? We're going to go over these three different types of emergencies and the proper response that you should have as an employee or manager here at Pexco Aerospace. With regards to fire response, there's notifications or alarms. When a fire is started, if you are the first to notice, pull the nearest fire alarm near you. Otherwise, the smoke detectors will set off the alarm. You're going to want to retrieve a fire extinguisher if it's a small fire and you feel that you can put it out. Be conscious, though, that any fire that is beyond your control, you should immediately call 911. This involves assessing the situation. Again, call for outside emergency assistance if necessary. If fighting a fire, continually evaluate for the necessity of evacuation. A small dryer fire that can be extinguished with a fire extinguisher is great. However, what if that fire jumps to a pallet? Or if it creates a smoke inhalation? This is when you need to determine whether it's time to call for outside emergency assistance. In the event of chemical hazards, you have flammable liquids, combustible liquids, and toxic chemicals. But what do you do when you're exposed to a chemical hazard? Your job is to evaluate the area and then notify a supervisor or a member of the EHS team. If it is safe to do so, you should also remove any ignition sources. However, our priority is our employees, and we want to be sure that you stay safe over anything else. Another common type of accident is workplace violence. This can be beatings, stabbings, suicides, shootings, rapes, near suicides, psychological traumas, threats or obscene phone calls, intimidation, harassment of any nature, or being followed, sworn, or shouted at. All of these are prohibited here at Pexco Aerospace. If you feel that you have been a victim of workplace violence, seek HR immediately. Some warning signs to keep in mind in the event of workplace violence. Do you notice a change in someone's mood? Personal hardships you may know, mental health issues such as depression or anxiety, negative behavior such as lying, or verbal threats and past histories of violence. Our goal is to ensure that all of our employees stay safe, and we want to ensure that there is no violence here at Pexco. So in the event of an evacuation being needed, you want to become familiar with the nearest exit, and all exits should be kept clear. Participate in all evacuation drills, such as earthquake and fire, and provide feedback to the EHS team. Become familiar with the evacuation coordinators and the head count personnel. Recognize the evacuation signals and listen for instructions. Shut down equipment using the emergency stop. Go directly to the nearest safe exit and proceed to the assembly area. Before entering the building, you'll want to consider these re-entry hazards: explosion potentials, fire, chemical leaks, electrocution, or flooding, or even exposures to asbestos or lead. Do not enter the building until you are permitted to do so by a member of the EHS team. In the case of a gas leak, you'll want to leave the building, warn others to evacuate, leave the door open, and call emergency help. In summary, it is important for all of us to understand how we can prevent emergencies. We need to understand the emergency response here at Pexco Aerospace. We need to make sure that you only use firefighting equipment if you've been trained to do so. Know your role in the event of an evacuation. Are you a supervisor who needs to take roll call? Or are you an employee who needs to evacuate out of the nearest exit? This information can also be applied at home. It is better to be prepared. And as always, ask your supervisor or an EHS member if you have any questions, as your safety is our priority.